What's up, everyone? So today we're going to be in the Indonesian night market, and we're going to look specifically for Indonesian specialties. Because when it comes to food, other Southeast Asian countries like Thailand and Vietnam usually steal the show. Yes, it's true, I did live under a rock before I traveled, but I bet that you also couldn't name an Indonesian dish off the top of your head. But don't worry, that's going to change after you watch this video. So let's go see what surprises are waiting for us in this night market. The night market we're going to visit tonight is located in G-Town Square in the capital city of Jakarta. Right away, we see a stall selling Ketoprak. Ketoprak is usually made with thin noodles, vegetables, tofu, and rice cake. They also top off the dish in peanut sauce. Yes, you heard that right, not peanut butter, peanut sauce. As someone who's grown up eating peanut butter for most of his life, it was a bit of a surprise to see this. But the peanut sauce was actually pretty good, and a really big positive is that it doesn't get stuck on the roof of your mouth. If you're wondering what that small bag beside the dish is, that's a bag of kerupuk or chips. Most places that serve food usually offer these for free. Use it like a spoon, like this. The portions they give are really generous, and normally we wouldn't be able to eat so much in one day. But we used a classic technique. A technique that we can just call starving yourself before you go to an all-you-can-eat buffet to maximize your money's worth. So tonight when we came to the night market, we were hungry. Really hungry. The atmosphere here truly felt energetic. I don't even speak Indonesian, but I can tell that everybody was enjoying their food. And there's even a live music show at the back. Usually, local bands come here to perform and have a good time. Soon after, a colorful looking dessert place caught our eye. We ordered Hun Tiau from this place. Now, as you can see, there's really too many ingredients here. It feels like there's enough to make a potion of some sort here. The ones that I could recognize were brown sugar, red beans, mochi, coconut milk, and these little rice jellies called chendol, made from rice flour. You can actually choose which ingredients you want and don't want, but I didn't know what half of the ingredients there were, so I just asked for everything. Luckily for me, he didn't actually give me everything. They also put some shaved ice on the bottom to help keep it cool. You really need it, or else this entire thing's just gonna melt in 2 seconds. It gets ridiculously hot here, especially in this night market with so many people around. So we had to eat this dessert fast before it basically evaporated into thin air. It looks really good, and also tastes really good. But it's a bit surprising because the mix of ingredients made this taste sweet, salty, and sour all at the same time. And it's a good thing we took videos and pictures of it before we ate it, because the way it looks after is not really appetizing. I don't think that I can convince you that this dessert tasted good if this is the video I had to show you. By this point, we realized that the night market was quite large and it would be impossible to try all the Indonesian delicacies here. So we just decided to follow our nose. And doing that took us to this stall, selling Telur Gulung. If I told you that it was just egg on a stick, it wouldn't sound that impressive. So instead, you should think of it as omelet on a stick. Yeah, sorry, I don't really have a better way to describe this. It's quite literally just egg rolled on a stick. But what it lacks in complexity, it makes up for in taste. It feels like in Indonesia, there's a heavy emphasis on poultry-based products. Probably because chickens are very easy to raise compared to other animals. So I feel like maybe that's why they can make something even as simple as egg taste so good. They must have had a lot of practice after all these years. So even despite the fact that it was steaming hot fresh out of the pan, we still enjoyed it a lot. The next thing that caught our eye was something that they call Serabi. This is a dish I've never seen before in my time in Indonesia. And it's essentially a pancake that's extra sweet. It's made from flour and usually mixed with coconut milk or coconut cream. and then cooked inside these cute looking pots. The version of Serabi that we ordered was durian. And I wouldn't say I'm the biggest fan of durian, but the rest of Southeast Asia disagrees. Because it's crazy how much respect the durian has. The locals here even call it the king of fruits. Unfortunately, the king of fruit might have to banish me from his kingdom, because this is the first Indonesian dish that I didn't like. Sorry, my lord. But they were selling a drink right beside the stand that I did like. The drink is called Jamu. And bear with me, these are all the ingredients that they use in Jamu. Now, I'm no cook, but at first glance, these don't really look like ingredients you would put into a drink, don't they? But trust me, the drink tastes better than it looks. And it's also supposedly super healthy. There's many different ways to make it, but the most common ingredients are ginger, turmeric, and lemongrass. But seeing all the random stuff that's at this stall and other Jamu stalls, I think that as long as it's a plant that has leaves or a flower, you can throw it in the drink and then have it be an ingredient of Jamu. They usually serve this drink hot, boiling hot. So it really reminded me of tea. I actually found out later that Jamu is considered more medicine than tea. But I'm gonna choose to ignore that so I can continue feeling wise and healthy when I drink it. When finished, the drink was so hot that we had to wait a bit for it to cool down or risk burning our tongues. So we walked around until we saw my personal favorite. And I'm not talking about a personal favorite of this night market, I'm talking about my personal favorite in general for Indonesian food. This is Nasi Goren. But you might be more familiar with this other name, fried rice. The way that Indonesians prepare Nasi Goren is a bit special. They mix the rice with kecap manis, or sweet soy sauce. There's like a million reasons why this dish is amazing, and it's considered an unofficial national dish of Indonesia. It's cheap, good, simple, and versatile. You can put anything in this. In all my time in Indonesia, I've seen people slap everything on Nasi Goreng and still have it taste amazing. And I could tell that this Nasi Goreng was gonna be extra good. The person cooking this was barely even looking at it while he cooked. He was busy giving orders to his co-workers and also talking with his friends at the same time, all while cooking it. And of course, it looked amazing. And do I even need to talk about the taste? This is one of the dishes I could truly eat every day and not get bored. And honestly, I've kind of been doing that already. I'm gonna let the empty dish speak for itself. And finally, for the final thing we got at the night market, I'm gonna cheat a bit and get something that's not necessarily an Indonesian specialty. But Indonesia definitely is the first country where I've seen chicken skin be so popular. And now I'm a believer too. Compared to Indonesia, it's so rare to find restaurants in North America that specifically sell chicken skin. But it's quite popular here. We need to take some notes from Indonesia, guys. Come on. By this point, we were getting quite full, and it was also getting quite late, so the night market was starting to close. So that's when we decided to end our night market adventure. Thanks for watching my video. If you have ideas for a video you want to see, or have an experience that you want me to talk about more, by all means, please do so. I listen to comments and feedback, and I take them seriously. You guys told me that I would be able to find much cheaper groceries at a traditional market here in Indonesia. And you guys were completely right. We managed to get the same groceries for a fraction of the cost. That experience was quite fun, and I'll be making a video on that shortly as well. I've also ordered a new mic, but unfortunately I'm having some technical issues right now. Once I get those resolved, I'm super excited to start work on my next video, covering my trip and trek to Mount Everest Base Camp. A lot of you guys have expressed your interest in that to me. So if that sounds like something that interests you, or if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. And until next time, take care.